Why would you walk away from seven figures, you may ask? I'll tell you that soon, but first, let's start the morning. Alright, I hope you can hear me because it's actually super windy. I recorded it already once without this wind protector, so this is the first time I'm using it. Hopefully it really works. And yeah, what I do in the morning is actually after waking up, I try to drink water pretty immediately and then actually just try to move my body in a very easy way, so not going to the gym or a run or something, but more so a walk, stretching, whatever. Ideally, I have sun, like right now, where I can really take a walk in the sun. It's super good for me at least. And then after 5 or 10 minutes of walking, I actually do my meditation, which usually takes around 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. I started doing meditation maybe a year and a half ago on a daily basis. Before that, it was more a casual thing. And since I do it daily, it's really a game changer. Just it sets the right tone for the day. I can set my attention. I can be very grateful in those 15-20 minutes, and I can actually just calm my nervous system down, which is really important, and actually also visualize what I want to do today, but also for my future. So it really helps me. Give it a try if you want to. If you're already meditating, then good for you. And now I actually want to find maybe a less windy place or a more shady place, because it's pretty hot, to talk about why I left the seven-figure business.
I love you more than anyone in my life.
Alright, so I found a spot, like actually it's just 2 meters behind where I sat before. A dog is lying next to me, which is nice, and I hope you can hear me better. It's still windy, but yeah, let's just try it. Hopefully I don't have to re-record it. So, why did I leave a seven-figure business? I think first I have to give you a little background of how I came actually up with a seven-figure business. So back in 2017, me and my brother, we came up with the idea of building an e-commerce brand, of building our own brand through Amazon FBA. And it was 2018 when we made our first sale. We sold men's care products, which was at that time a really good niche to be in. And we started selling in 2018, and at that time we took it pretty easy. We just wanted to test the thing out, and we still studied both. We also worked part-time, and that went on for 2 years. And in those 2 years, I think we grew the brand to $20,000 or maximum $30,000 or euros at that time in monthly revenue. So this was already very big for us, and we wanted more, so we went all in 2020, the COVID year. We really wanted to grow the brand to 6 figures monthly revenue, and we actually did it. We actually achieved that. So in December 2020, we did over 100,000 euros in monthly revenue, which was huge for us. Like, it was such a big milestone. It was always a milestone. It was so far away from us. It was more like a dream. And we actually just achieved it, and we were over the moon. It was so good, but also a lot of work, of course. In 2020 we worked so much. We couldn't do much more because of COVID, so it was a good year to work a lot, but we worked like 10, 12, 14-hour days and didn't do much else. So it was time to actually enjoy the freedom in 2021. So I traveled a lot in 2021. We tried to maintain the business a little more, to bring more stability into the business and not grow it that much as we did the year before. So in 2021 it was more like about maintaining the business and bringing in stability, as I said. And at pretty much the same time in that year, when we were not growing it that much, questions started to pop up in my head especially. For example, I questioned a lot if what we are selling now, the men's care products, and what we are doing now, day in, day out, if I could do it for the next 5-10 years and grow the brand from those 7 figures a year to maybe 8 figures. And my very honest answer, which back then I could never say, but right now it's so clear, was no. I couldn't do it because for me it was way too superficial to sell men's care products. Like, let's be honest, there were 10, 20, 30 other competitors in that niche that were selling pretty much the exact same products. We were just better in marketing, so we sold more. But at the end, when the customer opened such a product, the impact I had on his life was pretty small, to be honest. And that thought was something that was in my mind a lot of times in 2021. And this was then also the time when the energy dropped between me and my brother, because he also was not interested in growing it to 8 figures. My mind always said I have to grow it to 8 figures, but my heart said I have to do something else. So yeah, the whole thing was not aligned anymore. And the vibe dropped, as I said. The excitement was not that high. We just maintained the business, but didn't do much to grow it or also make some real changes. So yeah, that was the phase we were in 2021. As I said, we enjoyed the freedom, especially I was traveling a lot. And at the same time, bigger brands, bigger companies started to reach out to us if we are interested in selling the company. And at that time, it was always like, no, we have to grow it more. But the thought I mentioned before made me hesitant and made also my brother hesitant. Because on the one side, we were enjoying the fruits of our labor, like the freedom and the cash flow we built up the years before of our brand. And at the other side, the energy was not that high anymore and the excitement was not that high anymore to actually build it further. So big question that popped up for me was if it is actually possible to live out that same lifestyle, the same freedom that we enjoyed those years, but with something that had actual impact, like building a business, building a project that has real impact on people's lives, and not only selling superficial products on Amazon like we did. So that was a big question for me. I would say I stop here and continue the whole story later in the afternoon. And for now, I walk back to my room, go for a coffee and then do some work, and I take you guys with me. So thanks for listening and hope you stick to it. Alright, so I'm done with editing, at least for the first part. You can see it here, I'm in the editor. And for now, I usually go to the gym before lunch. So it's right before noon. And I would say I go to the gym, take you guys with me, and we'll see us later. Alright, so it's afternoon. As you could see, I had lunch. I did a call with a guy who helps me with some features for Commitly, which is very exciting. And I took the second walk on the beach. So now I'm right here at the beach, and I think it's time to continue the story from the morning. And I think I stopped somewhere in 2021 when I had that burning question within myself if it's possible to actually live that same lifestyle of freedom, but while building something that has actual impact and purpose for other people, like that the products you're selling and the products and the learnings you're sharing have real impact. So with this question in mind and the thought if I actually wanted to sell, or me and my brother actually wanted to sell the company, I went to Mexico for the second time. This was, I think, around June 2021. And at that time, so many things got very clear for me. First of all, it got very clear to me that I don't want to build this business another 2, 3, 4 or 5 years and bring it to 8 figures, but more so that it's actually the right time to sell the business. And the second thing was that I stumbled across a guy whose name is Dan Coe, and he was kind of the living proof for the answer I was looking for to the question I asked myself the whole time about the purpose and impact thing. And if you don't know him, I link him in the description below. You can look him up and watch his videos on YouTube, but also his Instagram, his Twitter, whatever. But basically his main philosophy is that the business should not be like something that you just make for money, but the business should be kind of a natural extension of yourself, of your personal interests, of your passions, but also of your skills. And you kind of share all the learnings you're doing on that journey, but also the learnings you had in the past. And for the biggest problems you overcame, you built products that other people can use, that can be digital products like softwares, courses, communities, but it could also be even a physical product. And yeah, basically what he talked about resonated so much with me and really gave me a lot of answers to the questions I had for myself. So after the Mexico trip and those 2 learnings, I came back. We decided to actually sell the company, which took us another, I think, 8, 9, 10 months until we closed the deal, but we sold it successfully, which is also super nice. And then I kind of started on this whole journey of the new type of business that actually should give me more purpose and more impact. And while I'm still on this journey and not close to where I was in terms of numbers with the e-commerce brand, I still feel very aligned and it still feels very good what I'm doing. And I think that's a really important part that oftentimes gets overlooked. Like people, and especially people on YouTube and Instagram, they only talk about numbers, how much revenue they're making, how much profit they're making per month. But the most important thing, if what you're doing actually has an impact on the people who buy your stuff and has an impact on yourself, like if it gives you purpose, rarely gets talked about. And that's why I actually wanted to share this story with you, this learning I had. I hope you can take some nuggets for yourself. And yeah, I would say we'll continue with the video. Hope you like it and see you later. Alright, so it's the next day and I'm actually editing this video and I realized I didn't film an outro for the video. So yeah, here I am. Please let me know in the comments if you liked the video, if you could take some nuggets from the learning I shared with you. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and see you. Bye bye.